It blows my mind that it's been over 2 years since the launch of Destiny 2 Forsaken, and if you've been watching my channel since then, firstly, thank you very much, but more importantly, you probably remember a sniper that I became infamous for using, and the sniper in general honestly became infamous, which was the Twilight Oath. The curated role was very rare and was the only version of it with snapshot, which made it very desirable, and I was lucky enough to get one really early on, and I started using it, and the rest is history. So why the trip down memory lane? Well, this sniper here, the Praedyth's Revenge, the sniper from Vault of Glass, really reminds me of what I loved about Twilight Oath. It really gives me those vibes. I love the rapid fire snipers, and even before that unnecessary buff in Forsaken that made them able to double body, I saw a lot of value in them. Their stats are incredible. They're great close to mid-range snipers if you want to be an aggressive sniper. And the rate of fire allows you to get really fast multi-kills, which is always fun and attractive to me, as well as correct your shots when you miss them very, very quickly. I always felt they had a very high skill ceiling, but the trade-off is you have to hit heads, and otherwise you're not dealing a whole bunch of body damage. Nothing more than, let's say, a 120 hand cannon headshot usually. But like I mentioned, this sniper really reminds me of the Twilight Oath, and it doesn't roll snapshot, which is not similar to the version of Twilight Oath I used, but it's actually more similar to the random rolled version of the Twilight Oath, where it could get incredibly high handling and things like opening shot, and high enough handling that combined with targeting mods, you didn't really need snapshot. Technically, snapshot is faster, but it's very comparable. Praedyth's Revenge with the right roll gets some wild stats that make it an incredible sniper in my opinion. You can get up to 96 handling with that of a handling masterwork and fluted barrel, which is again barely short of 100, the fastest handling speed that you can get, which is essentially what quick draw used to be. And when you pair that with targeting mods, like I said, it's very comparable to that of snapshot. So you don't really need anything more than a handling masterwork and fluted barrel. But that being said, it should be your priority on this. I don't suggest going for high range unless you use something like a handling exotic. Otherwise, you really just need max handling for this weapon to be viable. It tops up at 50 range, which is good, not great for a sniper, and it's noticeable at times, but again, with the best roll or the ideal roll of this weapon, you'll probably want to be getting opening shot, which is going to boost your range. We don't know the exact value of range that it's boosting on a sniper. It said that it increases the range by 5 to 12% depending on the weapon type, but no testing has really been done for snipers, and it's very difficult to test because we don't get like damage drop off, so it's hard to tell, but a range boost is always welcome on top of that initial 50 range. And then opening shot's gonna give us everything else we love. Things like boosted accuracy, 25% bonus accuracy, which is very valuable on the single shot weapon. It helps your in-air accuracy, it stacks with targeting mods. We always want accuracy because our accuracy cone matters. The cones always come first, as you guys know. But seriously, giving us better reticle friction if you're on controller at range is really important, so you can flick a little bit easier, and then also getting better bullet bending, so bullet magnetism is important across both inputs to make sure you're consistently landing headshots, those headshots that you need to land because this archetype really depends on it. And then for controller players, we need all the accuracy we can get, especially when we're going for jump shots. It really makes a difference with snipers. I go double targeting nearly all the time and then add on opening shot to that to give us the best accuracy possible. So we're always able to get reliable headshots in the air, which gives us a better skill ceiling and just more ways we can approach challenging and be unpredictable. From the recent Firing Range podcast, we learned that weapons actually do have a hidden accuracy stat other than bows that's shown, so we want to boost that, of course, as high as possible all the time. Lastly, the sniper can roll no distractions or moving target. Both of those perks incredibly powerful. No distractions just got a buff, so it takes less time to activate, and it now reduces flinch by 35%. And we learned that stacks multiplicatively with the unflinching mods. 2 sniper rifle unflinching mods, which I suggest using, stack to give you 35% flinch reduction, and that 35% stacks multiplicatively with the 35% from no distractions. That's a lot of flinch reduction. It's really strong. But if you're not into no distractions, you want to play a little bit more aggressively, pop in and out of your scope, moving target is great. It not only gives you that slight boost to strafe speed, reducing the ADS penalty so you can peek a little quicker, but it gives you plus 10 aim assist simply for aiming down sights, even if you're not moving. That takes the aim assist stat on this weapon, which is already high at a base 78, to 88, which is a very high aim assist stat for a sniper. And then you add on a targeting mod, at least one will bring it to 98. The second one, if you go for that, will undoubtedly bring it to 100. And that is a lot of aim assist. And what does that mean? Well, we actually have exact numbers on the size of the aim assist cone now for that. The size of the aim assist cone on a 100 aim assist sniper is 1.375 degrees. To put it in perspective, 0 aim assist is 0.825 degrees, so that is a sizable difference in our margin for error. And when you can combine a 100 aim assist sniper with something like opening shot to maximize accuracy, combined with targeting mods accuracy buff to get the most consistent aim assist across range possible, and in every scenario the highest likelihood of your bullet bending into a headshot, that is mega consistency. So strong. I really want to grind for a perfect version of this sniper with max handling, with moving target and opening shot, or no distractions, opening shot and accurized rounds. It just seems insane to me. And using a 4 out of 5 roll, that's what I have myself, with opening shot on it, max handling, accurized, as well as quick draw, it feels already really strong. I think the biggest downside of this weapon though is the weapon pairing. This sniper doesn't get to be paired with a lot of the best exotic hand cannons in the kinetic slot, like the Last Word for controller players, maybe Hawkmoon or some others for some M&K players. Some people might not mind pairing this with something like an Igneous Hammer, maybe Sunshot, sure, but it's not as good of a pairing as, of course, the ultimate one, which is the Last Word, or even, like I said, Ace, some of the kinetic options. Thorn is an incredible one. So that is the biggest downside of this weapon, really, but I don't think it's too massive of a downside. There are some decent options in the energy slot. I don't personally prefer it, but Shayera's Wrath, a good adept role perhaps with a little bit higher handling instead of higher range, could be good. I've been loving Stochastic Variable, which is a little bit more of a weird niche choice for me, but also using Sunshot with this or Igneous has been very effective still. Of course, I want to pair this with Thorn, Last Word, Hawkmoon, or Ace, but I don't think it's hindering it too much in my opinion. I don't think the majority of players though are going to enjoy this sniper though. I personally love 140s. I think the sniper has insane stats, but the fact of the matter is sniper flinch is higher than ever, and because it's harder to shoot, players want to maximize on their body damage output and still be high impact even when they're only hitting body shots. And when you have a sniper like Frozen Orbit with incredibly good perks, it's very accessible and it has great stats along with that, and it pairs with all the best kinetic options. People are still going to favor that more, I think. But I wouldn't sleep on this sniper. I think it's pretty strong, and you'll see me maining it most likely. That's all I've got for you guys on the Praedyth. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Take it easy.